Hello, everyone. Hope everyone is having a good Friday. So, before we start this session with Sister, we'll have a quick synopsis of what we did in the last session. So, we had a discussion about awarenesses, how the three awareness, that is of self, Baba, and drama, can help us, the complete awareness, how. So, we had a chat about how Baba is the seed, and there are two leaves emerging from the seed, and special awareness, that is the full knowledge of the soul, and awareness of the clear understanding of the drama can benefit us. So, when we have all these three awareness, then we have blessing of constant embodiment of remembrance. Also, all these three awareness should be emerged for us to have the blessing of constant embodiment of remembrance. On the basis of these three awareness, we can defeat Maya, and confluence age is special time to have these awareness all the time. Now, I would like to invite Sister to start the session.
Hello, Om Shanti. Let's use our time towards creating highest karma for the next few minutes. We use 100% divine intellect. Using this divine intellect, we see the soul, we see the family of souls, and we see God. Only through the divine intellect you can see yourself and God. God is in the form of a presence. Soul is also a presence, very subtle, incognito, and invisible. Soul is equal to God. All the souls are equal to God. God is the highest on high. He is the greatest. Why is He highest on high and the greatest? It is because He never comes in ignorance. He never crosses the line. He never claims anything in the drama. He plays the role of God in the drama. Yet his attitude is that this is given to him as per the drama. Ravan is the only one who makes the soul fall asleep. As soon as there is an expectation, a desire, it is an indication that Ravan is taking the control. And when Ravan takes the control, sins are performed. The only way to stop sins is to use the subtle intellect, divine intellect. And with the divine intellect, we see the drama as a story. The story that is going on 24/7, it is just like any other story. All the roles are puppets in the story. And drama has the authority on every character. Characters are acting, performing as per the story, as per the drama. This knowledge of this entire world being a story, it is the highest awareness. Maya can use this point to make the soul fall asleep even deeper. Maya uses knowledge all the time. Maya uses the knowledge of this entire world being a story. And when Maya uses this point, what we can see very clearly that as soon as Maya uses this point, Ravan is the king. Time, thoughts, energy is used to make the role, to make the character important, to make the drama important. And so Maya says drama is a story. Because it's a story, let's do more sins. Let's eat this and let's, not focus on this. It's just a story. What can I do? No character is performing as per the story. It uses the knowledge to make Ravan bigger. Whereas the subtle intellect uses this point of knowledge, point from God, to finish Ravan, not to give a green flag to Ravan, to justify the drama, to justify that is absolutely Maya's track. That is why we use concentration, concentrating on the red sky, concentrating on the presence. The presence is seeing everything. It is present in the red sky, sky of light. Shanti. Hello, and very nice to connect online once again. We, last time we had a discussion in one of the sessions about this aspect of trying. Yeah, whenever I say to myself, or we use this language that I am trying. No, in not in the Lokik world, but in the spiritual context. We say I'm trying to be loving. I'm trying to tolerate. I'm trying to, yeah. So this trying, this effort is towards the all the divine feelings and divine qualities. But when there is this element of trying, it shows that the soul is not awake. Hmm? And so the question asked was, so isn't it that all the time we are trying? Yeah, it's not that we um, switch on, to this reality. But our effort is to use the intellect in a way that it is actually like switching on, and switch off we can't control, but you switch on that your truth. You switch on to truth, and so switching on, there is no trying. So yes, throughout the day there is effort made in that direction, but it is good to know that whenever I feel like I'm trying to accept, trying to do this, it is ego who is trying. It is not the soul. And whenever ego is trying, even if it is tolerating, even if it is accepting, if it's trying to be quiet, trying to be peaceful, it will always result into an outburst. Because ego, whatever it does, it registers it, it keeps a note. And the nature of the um, soul is very unconditional. It is not registering, I do that, I do this, and so it's a different personality. So each one of us has these two personalities at this moment. Personality of the soul, this is who I am. But for a very long time, I haven't really lived, my truth, the truth of everyone. I haven't really lived that truth. And so this other side has become very dominant and very natural and very normal. And so this ego, there is even this aspect of ego in the sense we use the language, BK. So right now I am, BK. BK Peter, let's say. So even this is a role in the drama. BK Peter has a form. Yes. So BK Peter is not the soul. Most of the time, we first initially we were thinking I am Peter. So Peter has a car, that is my car. Peter has a house, that is my house. And everything, I am Peter, everything of Peter is my, this is what was happening. And then we take knowledge. Peter takes knowledge. Peter, is given the knowledge you are a soul and you are, a child of God, and you listen to the Murli, and you eat certain food and lifestyle, all of that. And so Peter leaves a lot of things. Peter uh, has a new lifestyle now. And so now he is BK Peter. He's going to classes, he's wearing white clothes, he is doing everything. Yeah, he's BK Peter. So Maya thinks it's a big success if you become BK Peter and you stop making any effort. And this is what happens very commonly. It is, or maybe you can decide if it is common or not. Um, Once you have reached this level, BK Peter level, you're doing service, you are going to Madhuban and everything. Then what next? For ego, what next? So for ego, drama is important, right? The box is important. So in the box, it is always thinking, today I am doing this, tomorrow I am going to do this. And so life is pretty much good. Yeah, life is good. So now to tomorrow he has to go to this service, and the day after tomorrow that planning this service. But all along, Maya is very happy because expectations continue. Name is changed, clothes have changed, and the sitting style has changed, walking style has changed, waking up time and sleeping time has changed. But the mind, inside the mind, is there anger? Yeah. Is there expectations? Is there desires, new desires? Are there complaints? Are there questions? Questions in life? Questions. Why this is happening to me? Why these people are doing this? Are there questions? Are there experience of sorrow? Mm. So Peter got the introduction. He is soul. Soul is happy. Soul is loving. Soul is from another world. This is not his world. His home is different. Maya says, yes, yeah, you are all of this, but you can't be all of this all the time. Obviously, you're in the drama. Obviously, you're playing a role. So, this is the life. And knowledge is kept on one side, and this is the life. No one questions that why am I having suffering? Why am I having sorrow? Why am I having complaints? Uh, Baba has given a very clear knowledge. And so, despite knowledge, why all of this is going, no one questions, because Maya is using the mind, and Maya is very, very creating this big achievement. It is an achievement, to reach this stage is a big achievement. But when this achievement is used towards liberation, then it is really valuable. Then it is very, very precious. But if it is used, this achievement is used to show or highlight BK Peter, then Maya is actually winning the game. When Maya is winning the game, there is confusion. You will notice within yourself the confusion, immense confusion. I don't want to do this, but I have to do this. So this sort of confusion. Decision, there is difficulty in making decision. There is difficulty in seeing things clearly. And this is what we have to now check within ourselves. Why Maya is still winning and how to stop Maya. So it is, do you find it uncommon that Maya is winning? In yourself, in others, is it very uncommon? Who finds it rare that Maya is winning? Anyone? Mostly, yeah, mostly. Mm. So, yes, let's use this life of BK Peter for liberation in life. Baba is here to give you Jivan Mukti. Jivan Mukti, which translates it into liberation in life. Life is going on. Your mind is liberated. Your mood, your emotions is liberated from what is happening in life. Life continues, life goes on. Life comes with highs and lows, but you're liberated. Your emotions, your emotional reactions, everything is liberated. This is the gift that God has come to. This is the inheritance that God comes for. God is not here to make BK Peter. He is here to give you Jivan Mukti. Success is here. This is a step. Success is here. Step for success. Ego makes this step success. For ego, this is the destination. Baba is giving this destination, liberation in life. Hmm? So we will want to hear from all of you. What are your thoughts? What are your reflections recently? We'd like to hear.
You can unmute yourselves from your end, whoever wants to speak.
There is this question on, is it being recorded? Yeah. So this question is, just a minute. What is the purpose of life? Yeah, so anyone who asks you what is the purpose of life, purpose of life is to have zero complaints. So liberation in life is the purpose. How do you explain it to, how does it look like? So it means you have full contentment with everything that's happening. But the catch is that you are not contented with what is happening. Because you are contented, you know yourself. That is why you don't have, you are not bothered to the slightest with what's happening in the drama. awakened soul is not bothered, the slightest. So it can hold, for everything for 1 second, and then it can let go of anything and everything in a second. So to common and anyone who doesn't have introduction to the soul, the supreme soul, the purpose of life is liberation in life, highest state of mind. And highest state of mind means full contentment, no confusion, no fear, and no questions, no complaint. So that is the purpose of life. That is what we are all here to learn. Yeah. Um, or we are all here to discover this. Not to learn, you discover this with time. And anyone else? Or we'll come to the Murli of today. So this is the Murli of 2nd Feb 2008. While experiencing the royalty and personality of complete purity, make your form of a master son of knowledge emerge. The master son of knowledge, full clarity. So Baba says, do not consider the closeness of time to be something common. In your karma yogi life, keep the words, 2 words. Baba is giving 2 words. Keep 2 words in your awareness at every moment. What are those 2 words? Anyone who's not reading the Murli, what are the 2 words? Baba is saying, keep them with you every moment. Remind yourself, be aware of these 2 words every moment. Hmm? What are the words? Yeah, soul and drama. Hmm. Guest and great. Hmm. So 2 words that are very, very important are suddenly and ever ready. Suddenly, ever ready. So everything is unpredictable. It can happen suddenly. You don't know what the next moment holds. So very, very important to keep ourselves in this awareness that things happen suddenly, things change any second, and they change permanently forever. Um, there is uh, unpredictability at all times. You know? And ever ready. So because it is all sudden and ever and unpredictable, soul is ever ready. Soul is ready to leave without regrets any second, any moment. Hmm? Experiment in different ways on yourself with your power of peace, just as science continues to have so many new experiments. So you experiment, in silence, make the mind completely at peace, and then experiment with yourself. Am I, ready? This second, am I ready to leave? Will I have regrets? They will miss me, they will want me. which is a more subtle bondages, but mostly, am I ready to leave? We will find most of the times we ourselves are not ready to leave, because the bigger the Ravan, it doesn't want to leave. For Ravan, this role is the home. Hmm? So, soul is immortal, soul is not dying, it is just leaving. So, experiment this in different ways on yourself. The more you continue to practice experimenting with the self, the more you will continue to practice experimenting on others with the power of peace. So, the more soul is experiencing within themselves this word, suddenly unpredictable, and the mind is very light. The mind is not holding anything. It is not um, anticipating a lot of things. Yeah, it is not projecting anything in the present moment. So mind is very light, very free, and ready to leave anytime. Then we make it easy for others to be the same, because within each one, all the fears that exist, they are that of death, you know all the fears, if a person has this fear, that fear, and you keep asking them questions, ultimately the final fear is, I may die, I may be, and what is I? It is the body, it is the story. So the one who is free themselves, they can make others free. Others are, their mind is torturing them, the minds are challenging them, giving them fear, creating lots of doubt and anxiety and whatnot. But because you yourselves are in peace, you are seeing the truth. Everyone has to leave. Everyone is a guest. This is a guest house. We are not here for, we're not here for forever. Everyone has an exit point, and that exit can come any minute, any moment. No one knows when their exit is. So when you are seeing that truth for yourself, when you remind yourself of the absolute truth, everyone, they might not even have knowledge of soul and God. Everyone knows they have to leave one day. And this is so obvious, yet we collect so much. If we were to live in a way, then you will not worry about collecting this for your son and son's son, and you constantly, everyone is busy in that direction. So why so busy? Because that truth is never ever brought in their attention. Truth is never brought in awareness. And so Baba says you have to experiment in different ways, that it is, everything is suddenly and you are ever ready. You have to experience in yourself, you know. And Baba gave a warning, do not consider the closeness of time to be something common. Because we hear those things, we speak about those things, time is very near, very near. Yet, yet we live as if it's for others. But when that time will come, there will be a time for this soul to leave the body. And will I be crying that time? Will I be fearful at that time? Or if someone else leaves the body, what is my reaction? Am I worrying? Yeah. So the more you will continue to practice experimenting on others with the power of peace, the more you do it for yourself, you can do it for others. You can relieve others of pain. You can relieve others of suffering. Now, especially spread the current of your powers everywhere. This is the only power. When we say powers, this is the power. All the powers, they form this one power. If I can keep myself free from sorrow, then I have the powers to make others free from sorrow. That is it. That's the power. I don't have to do anything else for others. This is the final help. This is the biggest help anyone can offer to anyone. Help to free their mind from the suffering, from the sorrows. And so now, especially, spread the current of your powers everywhere. Then Baba goes on to say, your matter, the power of the sun, and the rays of the sun are carrying out their work in so many ways. Like the matter, 5 elements, the sun and the rays of the sun, they are carrying out their work in so many ways. They bring rain and they also dry up the water. It demonstrates this by changing day into night and night into day. So, can't you spread the current of your powers into the atmosphere? With the current of your powers, can't you liberate souls from their sorrow and peacelessness? That is power. Can you do it for others? Can you liberate others? Just like day changes into night and night changes into day, someone is going through darkness, night of the soul, and you just bring day for them just by sitting wherever you are, but through the power of mind, through this power of peace. And peace means you make this entire world very small, zero. When this world, the world which about which our mind is constantly thinking, about which our mind is constantly planning, constantly making judgments, when this world becomes zero, when it has zero significance, then there is peace. And power of peace is I can create that experience of day for others. So Baba says, make your form of a sun of knowledge emerge. This is knowledge. No? This is knowledge. Everything that Ravan is valuing, it is waste. That is the knowledge. So become the sun of knowledge. Spread the rays, spread the current. At the beginning of establishment, many souls experienced while sitting at home, receiving a current of happiness and peace from Baba. So the one who is sending the current from a distance, they don't need to advertise. I was sending this. Did you get it? If it's so clear, it is such a strong. It is power. So it is a power. When you have that power, whoever you send that light to, they know it is Baba sending. It is the soul sending. Instantly, they know. And it's not important whether they find out or not, because they do find out, and that is not a question. If there is this clear current of happiness, current of peace, then and every soul they know who is sending, and that is power. That is the service. There is so much service that is going on, giving pamphlets, spreading, putting posters, spreading, this message here, go here, do the course here. We're doing so much. We spend money, we spend time, we spend our physical energy, and it is all so good. But that effort and then this effort, you make the mind so clear, you make the mind so clean, so stable that No one needs to send a pamphlet. It's like a pamphlet is sent from the mind, and then they know where to come, they know where to go, and they can have dreams, they can have experiences in flashes, even in the waking hours, and they know exactly where to go, exactly where to come. Baba says they received the thought. When Baba used to send the current, he was just experiencing happiness, and he would send that current, and the one who is receiving, they get the message, they get the thought, go there. They just get the thought, go to this center, go to this place, go to this person, contact them. They just get the thought. And Baba says, in the same way, now, through you children, you master sons of knowledge. There should be the experience of waves of happiness and peace being spread. In the same way, now, through you children, you master sons of knowledge, there should be the experience of waves of happiness and peace being spread. However, the method, what is the method? What was the method that Baba was using? Baba is asking, however, what is the method for this?
In experience of this. We should have a full experience, only then we can reflect.
Yes. Anyone else? Silence. Okay. Anything else? What is the method? How to be in the experience? How do you stay in absolute truth? How do you create peace for yourself? What is the method? Peace is not the method. Yeah?
Baba say go inside yourself, or experience your originality, and
Yeah.
then whatever
What is the
whatever
method to
you
experience the originality? What is the method?
Remembrance.
What is the method of remembrance?
Yes, from Patra Buddha to Paras Buddha.
Yes. Okay.
To the home
switch off
and
this world.
connect to the God, Father, and experience who am I, and 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 family, and
Mm.
and Baba's love, and spread all of souls. Soul consciousness.
One single thought,
Yes.
to remain in one single thought.
Yes. Yes. What is that called? To remain in one single thought. Experience is a very big thing. What is the method to experience? Experience is a very,
Attention and uh, ever
yeah,
ready.
yes, yes. So concentration is the word. Yeah, concentration is the method. We should know concentration is the method for everything. Making the mind peaceful, stable, all of that happens when you are concentrated and you are, no other thoughts. If you hold this thought, then that you hold it, you stay there, it starts to create an experience. And that, if you hold that experience for a few seconds, 1 minute, then that is the power. So we can't just say remembrance, you can't just connect to Baba. You connect. So if you create one thought and then you disconnect, that is not the method to experience, right? Method is you connect, you stay there. So what is the method? It is concentration. However, the method for that is concentration of the mind, concentration in remembrance. Only then it will happen. Only then it will happen. Only then will what happen? Real service. Other service anyone can do. Even souls who don't have knowledge, even if you ask them, can you give these pamphlets, they can also do that. They don't have the knowledge, they can also go and distribute some pamphlets, flyer, they can design flyer, everything can happen. Real service is to liberate souls from peacelessness and sorrow, because that is really taking them out of Ravan's cage. Real service is when you free Sita. When Sita is out of the cage of Ravan, that is real service. Sita is sitting in the cage, you give her a cold drink, you give her a toli, you give her a blessing card, you give her everything. Real service, but Sita is still in the cage. She's eating toli, still in the cage. Reading the card, still in the cage. Real service, open the, prison. Free her from the prison. So to free anyone from peacelessness and sorrow, Baba says only concentration of the mind. And right now in today's world, Maya has the best ways to decrease the concentration. You use the mobile phone, you can use it for hours without even realizing. You're holding it for hours, watching one video after the other video. So there are multiple ways in our own lifestyle that are decreasing the concentration, even making it worse, so much so that it may be better 10 years ago. Concentration. So increase the power of concentration in yourself. You should be able to concentrate your mind whenever you want, however you want, for however long you want. Now make your form of a master, son of knowledge emerge and spread the rays of the power and the current. Now make your form of a master, son of knowledge emerge and spread the rays of the powers and the current. So this is the power. So once we have very accurate reference points, what this looks like, what power means, what current means, when you have reference point, then you don't waste time in doing different effort. You don't waste time while making the effort. If you know exactly what the destination is, what the method is, then you save yourself from wasting a lot of time. Someone who doesn't know the reference points, what is power? Someone may think, speaking the whole day, speaking knowledge for 10 hours is power. Waking up entire night, that is power. What is power? You free yourself from sorrow. You keep the mind untouched of sorrow for such a long time that you can do it for others. Your mind doesn't taste sorrow. Your own mind doesn't taste complaints. It doesn't taste what regret looks like. It doesn't taste what is guilt. And when the mind hasn't tasted all those Ravan's masalas, all the Ravan's spices, then this mind has power. Everyone, used to say, everyone says that think good, think positive, think good. But power is needed to think good. Power comes with concentration. You cannot just say think good and someone starts thinking good. even I might know that I should think positive here, but without power I can't do that. And power for the self means concentration. And when I concentrate my mind in one direction, in the direction that Baba is giving for some time, for even few minutes, then this power that I have within myself becomes a real power. You can really define it as power, because now it can be given to others. It can be used by others. If it is just power in my mind, then it is really not power. If you're saying I am a warrior and I'm such a powerful warrior, but whenever you go in a battlefield, you lose the game, then you're not a warrior, right? So if I say my mind is powerful, it means that it can liberate others from sorrow. It can send sparkle of happiness, sparkle of peace, sparkle of contentment to others. It's like, so the soul may be experiencing darkness, but you send this light and it's like a flash of morning. It's like a flash of good times. They get hopeful. They feel it's all good. Yeah, that sort of sparkle, that is power. So Baba says you become the sun of knowledge and you spread the rays of power. You spread the current of power. Method is only one method. Yeah, so interesting. So many murlis are spoken, but you know, very few actually grasp the method. If you go around asking people, what is the method? They might not know. Concentration is the method. Someone may be reading the Murli for 40 years. They might not know. Method is concentration. And Baba says only then, only through concentration of the mind, you can spread power. So anyone wants to speak here?
There are two questions. I believe you've answered the first one. I'll just read out the first one. Didi, this means I should do this while you were explaining the last part. In Swaman, मैं master ज्ञान सूर्य हूँ and concentrate on Baba. Do you need further explanation? Whoever's written this.
No, all good. I'm good.
Yeah. So the next question is it really possible for me to liberate others? Because it's their karma and identity, like you mentioned, how one can liberate others as well.
Yeah. Maybe using the language liberating others. Let me look at what Baba said. Yeah, Baba says with the current of your powers, can't you liberate souls from their sorrow and peacelessness? So if Baba is saying that, then definitely that is what it means, exactly what it means. And for the time that for the time that my own mind experiences that, it can make it easy for others to experience that. But afterwards, it's their own wish to continue to work in that direction or continue in another direction. But definitely, it relieves them from their identities, and even their identities and attachments become weak. That is for sure. And the first one, I should do this in Swaman. Not really sure. Not really sure what you mean by Swaman and practicing. I am. Baba is talking about experiencing your own mind to be free of sorrow. That is Master Son of Knowledge. Can be done for all. Can we do only for, okay. When the soul is awake, there is no concept of Lokik family and general souls. When you are a soul, you don't see a Lokik family, you don't see four people. You see all souls. If you're not soul conscious, then you see family, this family, that family, stranger. So if the soul is awake, the entire world is the family. There are no divisions in the vision of a soul. Best method to increase our concentration is repetition. Repeat the experience again and again.
There's one last question. What effort approach we include in day-to-day life, like chart, to increase our concentration? They're asking the
Yeah.
approach.
Yeah, approach to increase concentration is to really see how do we have any program for ourselves to keep the mind busy during the day? Do I just wake up and start following a routine, or do I have a clear aim for the day? So that is one thing to check. And if I have an aim, then keep on increasing the aim. Yeah. So if my aim currently is to check myself for 4 hours, make it 5 hours, and actually check yourself. So yeah. I personally feel that if there is anyone who actually makes a chart, and even if it's just for 4 hours, and they follow the chart and they check themselves, even for 7 days, they will have 7 days of magic for themselves. And once you have that magic, then you know the power of keeping a chart, the power of keeping an attention on yourself. And we won't even need to ask this question if we have experienced what keeping a chart looks like, even if it is for 7 days only. Yeah. But if I keep a chart for 2 days, 3 days, then it's a different story. But even for 7 days, if I keep a chart, check myself, then it is 7 days of magic. And not just keeping a chart with a program, with an aim. Chart is directed towards an aim. What is the aim for today? So 7 days of aim. Having an aim, checking how much I progressed in that direction. So yeah. So I think any question related to the chart answers, the what we just spoke, that will answer. So 7 days of attention, even if it is for 4 hours, if it is to do like 20 drills today, and you do it for 7 days, it is going to result in magic. So anything that I want to experience, I just have to start with it. I just have to do it. I can't keep asking questions. I can't keep thinking how it looks like, what it looks like, but you just have to do it and then you experience. Anything else? Does anyone keep a chart? Who likes to keep a chart?
Yes,
Right.
I've started on 7th actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
So attention is there for by keeping for 4 hours. The
Hmm.
attention is there for many more hours actually.
Very nice.
Didi actually had realized that keeping the chart can actually point out, if you really are doing it very minutely, one can easily understand where the problem is and what has to be actually corrected. So in my experience, been doing it for many days, and I realized exactly after 7 days that the scores weren't so good, and I had always noted down what exactly was happening in those windows of noting, like 15 minutes, 20 minutes, half an hour. And then after 7 days, I was just going through it like a case study, and exactly this answer came, that concentration was missing. Concentration is the reason. And realize that Maya, actually, whenever you create a plan, you take this decision, then Maya's only job is that you do not concentrate. It will just want to break that, and it breaks also. But yes, once you have identified that concentration is the problem, then you can try even more harder. And it really becomes like a game, because when you know that this is the reason and this is where you are being attacked, and as you said, repetition is the only way. And there are times when you don't want to repeat, because Maya makes you feel like a loser, that see, you can't concentrate, how much do you want to try, it's been a week, it's been like, so. But no, you just not succumb to that. And when you don't succumb, and probably you just take 3 4 more, like maybe just 3 4 more windows of focusing, and you see it just picks up again, like as you said, magic. And you feel that how your first half of the day was going, but because you did not succumb, it just picks up again. So I mean, and without chart, and then there would be a day which will come where again you don't want to make a chart, because sometimes you even feel ki, Acha, abhi, now you have come into that practice, probably now you can take care of it, because it's been 10 days, and yeah, now it has become a habit again. There again you will just fall again. And we realize that no, can't leave making the chart. That's like a very very powerful tool. And have understood it now, that why Baba has been mentioning it every time. They're just 2 3 small lines, that chart rakho, but this is a very very powerful tool.
Yes, yes. And in keeping the chart, the only challenge is that there is this no interest, or some sort of boring, it is quite boring, or mind doesn't want to repeat, because it is like exercising, that you haven't exercised for such a long time. And you do it the first day, you like it, but from the next day, because that new muscle is starting to build, it comes with some different energies as well. So to make that muscle of paras, and that muscle of concentration, to make it stronger, there are some other energies that come with it. But if you tolerate that energy, if you tolerate the mind sort of giving up and all that, and continue with the program that you have kept for yourself, and you are consistent with it, then yeah, there is really magic. But it comes with tolerating the ego within. Yeah? So yeah, Santosh, right? Speaking. Someone else was going to speak.
Yeah, it was Santosh ji. Yeah. You can speak now.
Om Shanti, Didi. Didi, my voice is audible?
Yes, yes.
Didi, no, I keep attention, on myself. The, what is the quality of my thoughts? And I should be very focused all the time in each and every moment. And in the end, before sleep, I go to the Baba and I give Baba Pota Mel, especially whatever I have been doing, or whatever I did wrong. I know wrong in the sense some negative thoughts or something happened uh, unusual. So I share with Baba in the end before the night. So I become very free, easy, and next day it doesn't happen. So I mean to ask, what is different between chart and potamel? Is it same? And we keep giving attention ourselves. Is it enough, or we have to focus more and more, or we have to do another Purusharth? Om Shanti.
Yes, keeping attention is good, but if what Baba really talks about is actually having a diary and noting it down. Till we do that, there is big chance of Maya to say that it was fine, or because you're not actually hour to hour if you're not noting down. That's why Baba says, pick few hours and keep attention on those specific times, those specific activities, and you note down the quality. So that is like a more detailed or more gives you a better picture of the effort. If I just say it throughout the day, I will remember, I will remain soul conscious, I will keep attention, and then I report to Baba. It's a bit, it's not specific, it's not very, it doesn't give a very real picture. It's a bit, yeah, but uh, it's whatever works for you is good. But one important aspect is that we don't um, sort of cheat ourselves, and if I've noticed that when you're not noting your effort down, then there is a lot of margin in cheating yourself, so to say. So that can happen without even us realizing that it's happening. Yeah,
Thanks, Vivi. Vivi, I also keep a chart for a month, June Mass. Uh, There I check every half hour I check myself for 4 hours, 8 to 12 as Prashant Bhai says. Always I used to keep a title at the end of day, and I used to give a title for the next day. For example, Samay ki bachat, for example, Bol ki bachat, like that. Uh, After that, the 1 month, I think that I get very used to all these practices, and checking 4 hours. I can just verbally can check myself without writing in a pen and paper about after heavy after yes it's good or not. Uh, I think that I can do without paper pen, and I can check myself verbally. But I see that there's very much very much the bigger window is there to enter Maya, or it's a very large space from where Maya can enter, and we say this, yes, yes, I check myself. So I really feel that making pen paper chart and checking yourself after every half an hour and keep a higher attention is, instead of just yes, yes, I'm keeping attention. That I experience really clearly. Yeah, sure. Thank you.
mm, yeah,
There are two questions.
sure.
Do we have time, sister? Yeah.
Yes.
When Baba said 12 times a day, 10 minutes, Farishte and Nirakar, what's to feel in Farishta Swaroop while in action?
Um, yes. When we say um, while in action, it just means completely independent from the action. So action is not performed by the soul, but it is performed by the role, like the from the consciousness it is being performed. So not thinking that I am the one performing the action, whereas but thinking or keeping this um, audience view, perspective of an observer. So observer is observing, he is not performing action. So angel means an observer. Actions are going on and angel is observing the actions. Angel is not taking credit of the action, angel is not feeling heavy with that action. Angel is not, angel is detached. Yeah.
There's one more. What is the basis of giving marks per 30 minutes or 1 hour? Can different aims be kept for different days? Does Angel keep the chart or the character?
Yeah, obviously it's the character who keeps the chart, how awake the angel was. And basis is how concentrated the mind was. Every 30 minutes, have to see what was the score of detachment, what was the score quality of giving marks means quality, checking the quality. What was the quality of joy? What was the quality of clarity? What was the quality of concentration for last 30 minutes? So let's just create 1 minute of silence, internal silence, keeping the mind free, free from the drama and concentrated in the real world. Thank you. Shanti.